What's going on, everybody? Mike McFarland here, the Lake Fork Fishing Guide. It's Thursday. Gonna do just a quick update. Public rundown right here. A couple things I want to say. First thing I want to do is I want to thank you guys publicly, very sincerely, for the public basic subscription. Everything on here is free, and I'm very grateful for it. We have 3,600, almost 3,700 members. I do from time to time put some lessons and some other content. I intend to try and do more lessons for you, more teaching content, and even some fishing shows eventually was my intention. I have not done as much of that as I wanted to, and I apologize for that. When it comes to the members only channel, it's come to my attention that a few or a handful of the public subscribers are very disappointed that I don't give up the free information any longer. And I just want you to know, number one, I apologize for that. But before number one, I started this members only for a reason. I work really hard for what I do, and I work really hard on the water. And yes, I used to share it all for free. And hey, who doesn't want something for free? But the reality of it is two things. Number one, I've already started the members only channel, and there's 250 plus members. So if I go ahead and give you guys the free information, they're going to be extremely upset. The people that are willing to pay a mere $4.99 a month. And that brings me to number 2 point. I'm not asking for an arm and a leg. For as hard as I work, for the amount of information that I'm willing to give up, $4.99 a month is so meek. I mean, it's a cup of coffee at Starbucks. It's 2 jigs to the stumps in Lake Fork. It's the crankbait, a 10XD or a crankbait's 3 times that these days. And so, man, I don't want to upset anybody publicly, but I'm sorry. Of course, we all want something for free. And if there's, quite a few of you that are disappointed I don't give it up for free anymore, I really don't know what to say. I'm doing my best to try and make sure I give you some good content because I still want to keep you as a public subscriber. And with that, let's talk about Fork a little bit. But please understand, man, I had somebody made a comment the other night on the comments, and it just shocked me. He was rude but not rude. And the way he made a statement was like, he used to like me better when I gave it for free. Of course he did, and he did say, I know you work really hard. Well, if you worked really hard and I expected you to give me everything for free all the time, you would feel the same way. So listen, I don't want to start anything. I don't want to lose any subscribers, but please understand, to give up the goods and in the way that I'm giving it up. Before I used to share some information publicly, the members only, man, I'm literally giving it up. I'm not just talking about a crawfish bait or a crankbait. I tell the areas. We use what's called the rule of 3, and I tell you exactly where to fish. And I even elaborate on that sometimes and use the names of the coves and creeks or where I'm at. If I'm on a main lake point and I'm fishing the outside, inside, I tell the depths. I tell in detail. And my guided trips are the ones where all that information comes from. So enough of that. Please, I'm asking you, understand publicly that I can't just give you all the free information like I used to. But let's give you some information. All right. The lake level last 2 days has changed. 39645, 39642. We're not dropping really fast like we were a month ago. It's still dropping 1/4 inches a day, somewhere in that range. And it's good to see it slow down. The clarity, 0 to 2 feet. Water temperature, 75, 78. All that's kind of maintaining pretty fair. Some good information. There is a top water bite. Okay, this morning we fished, and we first, right off the get-go, we caught top water fish. It's a shallow bite, mainly in the lake. Okay, you got to be around food. A lot of the food and bait is moved to the mouths of the creeks, coves, things like that. And the fish aren't with it yet. The lake is turning over. The east side is worse than the west side. And if you remember in some of the teachings, it's free stuff. I used to always tell you that the east side always warms up first in early spring, and the east side always, it always cools down. So everything happens on the east fork before it happens to the west fork. The fish spawn on the east side first. Everything is a little bit week or two premature. So right now the east side is actually tough fishing. The lake is kind of turned over. There's more color to the water there. There's more bubbles, more methane gases. Stay more to the west side. Mouths of the coves is really where you want to focus on, your main lake points. And if you go to the plastics, stay in about, when you're fishing top waters and underspins and things like that, fish those and put your boat at 6 and throw to 0. If you go to the soft plastics, put your boat in about 10 and fish from 0 to 10. A lot of those fish in the morning that are up in 2 feet of water are pulling back out to 6 or 7 feet. But that's kind of the gist of it. The Berkley event's coming. I don't believe it'll be canceled. Remember, you must be using Berkley baits for that. It's Friday and Saturday. It's not this Friday, not tomorrow. I'm sorry, it's Saturday and Sunday, 9 days away. So you got some time to pre-fish. I don't have any more openings. Everything's full. I'll be on the water every single day. I will give you some reports Tuesday. I will give you another report on Thursday. I'm not going to tell you exactly what Berkley baits to use. There's a lot of different baits to be using from Berkley, everything from reaction baits. They've got most everything now. They didn't used to. But I can promise you, I will tell you this, that the Berkley worm, whether it be the 7-inch or a 10-inch worm, is usually one of the killers right now that catches the fish still before the main fall-winter transition. I think this year will be different. I think this year is going to be more of the moving baits, the top waters, the El Chapo, maybe even a square bill, something along the lines of moving bait, because we've already progressed. Water temperatures are down 75 degrees and the bait has moved in to the mouths and starting to move back. Okay. So with that being said, guys, that's pretty much the gist of the rundown for the public. I want to make a few comments. You can see that I got a lot of Abu Garcia stuff. I got everything from spinning reels. I got 11 spinning reels and rods. I got 20 something plus bait casting rods and reels. Everything new on the boat from McFarland Fishing. 2023 is going to be great. I really love the equipment. I've been using it for only a couple weeks now, 2-3 weeks now. I do miss the real-time rod stuff, but I did notice today, honestly, that the rods that I'm using, the worm rods specifically, they're more sensitive. I'm not trying to knock down the real-time rods. I designed all those rods. I really made those rods when it was a custom rod build. I built those rods. I brought in those full titanium guides. That really was my creation. It was from the beginning with Ron Grantham and Louis Vaughn, and now to the new owner. I don't know the new owner's using everything like I was, but that setup, the McFarland series setup, was great. It really is great. And we just sold a lot of those rods. Everything's gone. The reels are gone. The one thing I get and notice is the Abu worming rods are more sensitive. Today I was fishing a little with my clients and I could really feel every single tick along the bottom with the worm. And I was impressed. The Daiwa reels, those were probably the best reels I've ever used. The Abu is awesome. It's absolutely smooth. The gear ratios are nice, very strong, drag strong, nice looking reels. No complaints whatsoever. But I did notice today that the distance that I was getting with the topwater lures and things was a little easier to achieve with a Daiwa. So there's just kind of a little rundown of it. Awesome gear. Very happy to have the Abu stuff and be using it. And remember, I am using that via the Texas Insider Fishing Forum. I am one of the captains, one of the reporting captains for the Texas Insider Fishing Forum. They are sponsored by Pure Fishing. Not me. So I have no contract. There's no reason for me to talk about Abu Garcia except the fact that I use it. I love it. I do love it. And I'm grateful to have it. And I support the Texas Insider Fishing Report. Texas Insider Fishing Report is on hold now. We're off season. We'll start up again next February, April. I can't wait to be doing that again. But man, one last time, I'm going to invite you to the members only. When I finish this video here in just a few minutes, I'm going to talk in more detail and give another rundown. It will be the members only rundown. Please consider subscribing. Just try it. If you liked the free information, someone told me again that they loved the free information I used to get. Why wouldn't you be willing to pay $4.99 a month for it? if it was that valuable to you and you loved it that much and it helped you in other states and other places, you're not willing to spend $5 for it? Now, I'm just a fisherman trying to make a living. And believe me, with 250 members at $5, it makes a big difference in my monthly income. It makes a house payment. So help me back, and I can continue to help you even more. All right? Thank you again for the public subscription. Hit the like button if you find this good. Comment below. Share with your friends. Go subscribe to the members only. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Fishing Guy.